What is up, my ninjas? Dart Frog Ninja here for the latest episode. I'm going to start saying episode because it sounds cooler than update. Face it, update, episode, update, episode, episode! That's right. We're going to go with episodes from now on because it sounds cool. Alright, on this episode, we're going to do another Biopod update. And I also have some good news and I've got some bad news. But first, let's get into the update. We're going to go jump right in here. And as you can see, this bad boy, this Korean rock fern, it will not stop growing. Look, fiddlehead, fiddlehead. This new branch right here, that's the fiddlehead from last week's episode. This thing just keeps growing. And I love ferns. They're one of the oldest plant families. They go all the way back to the dinosaurs. Especially the true ferns. This guy is exactly what I wanted. It looks like a true fern. I might be a true fern. I'm not 100% sure. I have to do my research on that. But it has the nice fronds. It has these nice big prehistoric looking jungly vibe, what I wanted to go for. And it's pretty sturdy, so I like that. We got this little guy, the dragon-tail fern. Look at him. Finally adapting, finally growing. We're seeing a lot of growth in that center right there, if you can see. It's shooting up some new fronds. It's doing its thing. It's going to get a little bit bushier, a little bit bigger. It's not going to grow super tall like that guy, but I like it. We got the moss. Sheet moss is going crazy still. Doing good. We're getting the little spiky moss here and there. There's some there. There's a little over there. So I think it's just sheet moss. That's the way it grows when it's young. Who knows? But I like it. Pillow moss. Wow, look at the pillow moss, guys. It's as soft as a pillow. I could rest my head on here and go to sleep. But I'm not, because I don't want to kill it. So it looks great. It's doing well. It's growing. It's shooting up the little seed pods, the little spores, what have you, and it's doing good. We got some more moss growth right there. Yeah. You can see that. Sorry for the shaky camera work. There you go. Some moss, more moss. It's going. I want this to be covered. I want patches of moss. I want it to look like a forest. So eventually it's going to get where I want it to get, but we'll see. We got this sheet moss, which I said it was dying in its pack. I probably will remove it. It probably will not be on next week's episode, so drink it in, people, because you're probably going bye-bye. The Japanese crested bird's nest fern. Look at you. Finally adapted. It's finally doing great. The lower parts are dying off, but it's getting a nice bushy bird's nest, if you will, feel to it. So it's got a nice cylindrical shape to it. So it's nice and sturdy. Can't wait. Bromeliad, again, still doing great. Colors are even darker. It's doing well. Awesome. Back wall, we've got the oak leaf Ficus pumilia. That is honestly taking over. This is really growing a lot more than the normal Ficus pumilia. And if I would have known that, I probably would have gotten 4 of these guys and just done a whole wall, maybe 5, and done a whole wall of these. Just these guys, because they're beautiful. They're awesome. They grow fast. They stay compact. It's doing really good. The peperomia is doing well, as you can see, and then the other regular Ficus pumilia is just going nuts. It's doing its thing. I like it. Like I said, I'm kind of letting it do its thing. And then we have some green, more growth coming out of the sphagnum moss. So that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. I did not see this down here. That, my friends, is the moss coming back to life. We're starting to get green moss growth. Awesome. And then we got this curious guy. What are you? I'm letting it grow. It's growing right out of the moss, so I didn't put that there. And we're going to see what happens with it. Unfortunately, this little dude doesn't seem like he's going to make it. He was probably going to get trampled by my frogs anyway, so that's that. The nut pod here is doing good. I have to put more water in, as you can see, but it's still doing well. The resurrection log, the ferns are in and out. They'll pop up, they go dormant, they do whatever. It's cool. I like the log anyways. I like the feel of it. So there we go. There's the update, guys. I do have the good news and the bad news portion, and I guess I will go over that now. Um, I'll start with the bad news so I can end on a better, higher note. The bad news, guys, is this week I unfortunately lost one of my frogs. I've had them for 5 years. I've been keeping amphibians for over 25 years, probably closer to 26, 27 years now. Um, and I've had these particular guys for 5 years. Um, and one of them I noticed over the past couple of months had a possible tumor growing on their leg. So I was monitoring that. She was doing well. She was eating, acting normal, and I thought things would be okay. I don't have an exotic vet I could go to, so I couldn't do that. So I was just kind of monitoring myself, doing research, and unfortunately, over the past week or so, she started to go downhill. I noticed she was dropping weight. Um, she was still eating like a champ, but she wasn't keeping any weight on. And then her leg looked fine. And then unfortunately, this week I saw her. She looked really bad. Like she was thin. It made me very sad. It was very hard to watch, very hard to look at her because um, from seeing such a healthy, strong female frog waste away into this skinny looking former shell of itself. It was very difficult for me to watch, and I felt bad. There was nothing honest I could do. I quarantined her over. I tried to feed her. She didn't have any really interest in eating anymore. I tried to give her a nice little short vitamin soak for about half an hour to see if that could help, and it didn't. And unfortunately, I was here for her final moments. She did pass, um, and I gave her a nice proper burial. So that is the bad news, and it is sad. But I've been in this hobby for, like I said, so long that you have to know that loss is one of the factors, and it's one of the definites that's going to happen in this hobby, that you're going to eventually lose the pets that you've become attached to, that you love, and that they are just eventually they aren't going to be there. Now, dart frogs have a lifespan of anywhere, depending on the captivity, their how they're raised and what they're kept in. They can go anywhere from usually around 5 years to all the way up to like 20. I think there's a case of some Aratus that are like over 20 years old, and I think they're still alive today. And then there's some keepers who have frogs that are well over 10 years old. So honestly, it really depends upon their setup, how you feed them, all that good stuff. This, unfortunately, was one of those cases where was out of my hands. It was a tumor. Nothing I did wrong. Nothing I honestly probably could have done outside of taking her to an exotic vet, but there's nothing around here where I'm at. I'm in Virginia, and I'm not in Northern Virginia. I think the next closest one was somewhere up in Maryland, which is like a 2.5, 3 hour drive. I couldn't, with my schedule, I couldn't get to it. So, again, guys, I just want you to know that when you're in this hobby, or any pet keeping hobby, whether it's dogs, cats, fish, birds, snakes, invertebrates, arachnids, whatever, you are going to come across the point where you're going to end up losing your pet that you've cared for and you've grown attached to. The important thing is learn from your experience. If it's something you did wrong, um, learn from that and then improve. But and if it's not anything you could have done, something that was natural or unnatural that you couldn't have controlled physically, don't get down on yourself. That is the important thing I want to tell you guys. Don't get down on yourself. Don't, abandon a hobby that you love because of loss. It happens. So that's my big takeaway from this for all you guys that keep frogs, lizards, whatever, the exotic animals, outside of cats and dogs, but it goes for cats and dogs as well. Don't let a death throw you out of what you're passionate about and what you love. I love amphibians. I'm never going to stop loving amphibians. I've loved them since I was a little kid, all the way up to now I'm a man, or a man-child, whatever you want to call me. But I love them. Not going to stop keeping them. Gonna get more. Can't wait to get more. Love this hobby, and I truly am thankful for all the experiences I've had, and I am thankful for all you faithful subscribers. I'm up to 55. That might not seem like a lot to most YouTubers because there's people that have thousands and whatever, hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm new at this. I'm just starting out. My videos aren't that great, and I never thought I'd get up to 55 subscribers. So, and I'm seem like I'm gaining 2 to 3 new subscribers a week, and I'm glad. I'm happy for that. So, thank you guys. Thank you to all my original people for subscribing to my channel and taking the time to listen to my stupid rants and me being a goof. I appreciate it. There's going to be better videos coming up. I'm going to get better video equipment hopefully soon, and then go from there, and hopefully I'll grow my channel. I want to grow my channel. I want to be one of those big boys. I want to be one of the bigger names in the hobby. Somebody who at least you can at least come to for entertainment and educational purposes. And if you have any questions or any comments, feel free. I answer back. I love to try to answer and engage all my subscribers, all my viewers. So, you know, just go ahead and really feel free to like and comment and subscribe. I love it. I love the interaction with you guys. So it's great. So that's it for the bad news. And let me end it on a good note because this video is long and I don't want to talk all your ears off. The good news is, guys, finally, my parts for my Biopod have been shipped to me. So I've got a whole new aeration pump coming and a one-way valve coming. I'm going to put that in. It's going to be here next week. And then, guys, what I'm excited about is putting my remaining 2 frogs. They're a pair, male and female. I got Constantine, and I haven't named the female one yet. I really honestly should. I'm going to... bad. That's really bad. There's my big female. She's a little dirty because they've been hunting crickets today. I'm going to put them in the Biopod, and I'll have more frog videos. There'll be feeding videos. And then I'm going to tear this guy apart, their old tank, clean everything down, redo it all, more frogs. And guys, there's this very special surprise. I will have another tank. There will be a 3rd tank. So there are going to be 3 different frog species as I continue to grow. And hopefully once, later down the line, I have more space, more room, more money, I will have my own frog room. And there will be frog updates. There'll be all kinds of things. So thank you guys again for bearing with me this week. I know it got a little heavy. Your ninja got a little sad, a little sentimental here. But again, thank you for tuning in every week. I appreciate you guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, this is Dart Frog Ninja with this week's episode saying frog on, guys, and thank you so much.